Good afternoon, everyone. Derek from the Rangers Review here with your Rangers news update on Tuesday, the 18th of March. As you can imagine, the fallout from Sunday's wonderful afternoon at Parkhead continues. A lot of crazy stories doing the rounds at the moment. But before we get stuck into that, just a quick word for our podcast sponsors. You know by now, the Rangers Review brought to you by S1 Jobs. If it's time to hand in your transfer request, and head over to s1jobs.com and upload your CV today. With thousands of jobs across Glasgow, Edinburgh and the surrounding area, you'll find the one at S1 Jobs. So start your search today. Right, before we get stuck into the nonsense, Mohamed Diomande was speaking after Sunday's game. He played a starring role in the middle of the park alongside Nico Raskin, the pair of them getting goals as Rangers won by 3-2. He was put up for the press afterwards in the press conference. It was embargoed, so we didn't get to hear from him until yesterday. But on Ferguson, he says you can see how amazing it is. He went there and brought the tactics and we got the win. He was really pushing the players, and he's an example that we followed. We know all about what he did for Rangers and what he can bring to the club. We use him as an example, and we try to push on ourselves. I'm happy that he is helping us. Personally, I've seen some videos of him, and I think he's helping me because he's the same position as me, and I think he was a good player, and I'm just happy that he's giving me the advice, and I'm trying to deliver for him on the pitch. I am happy that we got the win, and we all knew it was not going to be easy. 3 points was the most important thing. And in the dressing room, it was just chill, cool, and we just move on. We know we are still behind by a lot of points, and it's just a win. We are happy with that, but we are not celebrating like we are winning the league or something like that. And on the issue of playing that game on Thursday night against Fenerbahce and then heading into the Old Firm match, it certainly had a big impact on the resources energy-wise, but Rangers pulled through. He said, we all know how this game was important, and I'm not going to lie, we are tired, but mentally we really pushed ourselves, and I'm glad we got the 3 points. I'm just happy we pushed ourselves. Thursday was a tough game, and after we were done with that, we were just focused on this game on Sunday. Winning that game against Fenerbahce really pushed us, also gave us the extra motivation to come and get the 3 points. It's a tough place to play, and I'm happy to get the win there, and I'm sure my teammates are also, because we've not won here for a long time. It means a lot for me and my teammates, and also the people who are watching at home and the fans that came. I'm happy that we gave everything for ourselves and for the fans that came to see us. We still have got some games to go, and we're just going to try and win every game. I don't know what's going to happen, and we focus on ourselves, and we try to be better and better. I don't know what's going to happen this year, and we just do everything we can to finish the season. So that was Mohamed Diomande speaking after that game against Celtic on Sunday. So certainly coming on to a game, I think you can see Barry having a bit of an influence on not just Mohamed Diomande, pretty much the whole squad, but that midfield in general. Barron, Raskin and Diomande, I think, is a trio that has worked well together in these recent games against Fenerbahce and also against Celtic. Right, let's move on to some of the weird and wonderful things that have materialised after Sunday's game. You may have seen this after Hamza Igeman bulleted a ball into the top corner for the decisive winning goal. Václav Cerny running past Barry Ferguson, water bottle in hand, squishing it on some unsuspecting Celtic fans. Glum-looking Celtic fans sat in the stand, which sparked irate scenes from that section of the stand. You thought to yourself, well, it's just a bit of fun, I guess, a bit of over-exuberance, which was the big words of the sporting world in Scotland back in the summer of 2016. But it has gone way beyond that. Apparently, the police, Strathclyde Police, Police Scotland, have since launched a probe into the incident. It's now believed that Cerny could be in trouble with the SFA as well. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous stuff. Police said to be investigating that incident, and it's also thought that Diomande Sterling's Instagram post could land him in hot water with the SFA as well. So it branded Parkhead on his Instagram. He said shit and then 4 asterisks after that online. So it's thought that he could be in hot water now. As it stands at the time of recording, neither player has been charged with anything. However, Celtic have released a statement on their website, and I'll read you it, folks. I'll flash up on the screen as well. We'll take this little... let's take the little banner off so we can read that in its full. Celtic Football Club has received complaints regarding the policing operation concerning yesterday's match, specifically events away from Celtic Park. We are reviewing our supporters' concerns and will be looking into these issues. It is important that these matters are addressed, and the club will be engaging in discussions with supporters and Police Scotland to understand the circumstances and events. With regards to the match at Celtic Park, we can also confirm that the club has raised concerns regarding members of the away team engaging with Celtic supporters with the relevant authorities. So, yeah, no sniggering at the back there. I'm not entirely sure what is going on outside of the stadium, but certainly inside. If that issue with Cerny is to be considered a police matter, then where have we gone wrong as a society, really? It really is, really beggars belief, doesn't it? Interestingly, I was on with Chris Jack this morning on the morning briefing, and this is what Chris had to say. Remember, the Rangers players' images, video pictures showed the squad being struck with missiles raining down on them just shortly after Hamza Igaman had bulleted in the winner. This is what Chris had to say on the show this morning on it.
We should make, if you're looking at the seriousness of incidents, an Instagram post is completely irrelevant. A bit of water is completely irrelevant. Things being thrown at players is not completely irrelevant. That's the most serious incident out of all of them. Now, it doesn't matter what has been thrown. You cannot go to a game and you cannot throw items either onto the pitch or at the dugout or at the players. It's something that we've seen in this game before. It's rightly been condemned before. It's rightly had action taken against the perpetrators before, and I would hope that would be that process would be followed through here once again.
So, yeah, Chris, with his point of view, and I think well said as well, you cannot be throwing things at a football match at players or whoever. I can never understand the thought process, what goes in your mind to think that is an acceptable thing to do. So I very much hope that Celtic and the relevant authorities are able to identify those responsible and they are dealt with appropriately. So, I imagine this will, given we're in an international break, that the fallout from this game will continue well into the week. But those are some of the news stories doing the rounds today. Looking ahead, Rangers taking on Athletic Bilbao in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Cannot wait for that game. Now, the Spanish club said to be so confident of reaching the final, which is, of course, held in their home stadium, that they are issuing vouchers for their fans to get tickets for it when they play Rangers next month. So it's taking place at the San Mamés ground, and Athletic Bilbao are offered incentives to season ticket holders and members to buy a ticket for the home leg against Rangers, because you will get priority for the final if they get there. Now listen to this, they've started to sell tickets from just 15 quid for the second leg match. First leg, of course, at Ibrox, second leg in Bilbao on the 17th of April. 15 quid for that game is absolutely sensational, isn't it? It really is. They stated a member's attendance at the quarter-final match increases their chances of winning a ticket in a draw for the Europa League final to be played this season at San Mamés. All members will be able to participate in the draw, but each member will have as many entries as they have attended Europa League matches at St Mamés, plus an additional entry for being a member. Now, Rangers fans Rangers are expected to receive 2,650 tickets for the Rangers fan base that are heading out there to the north of Spain. So certainly just a little over what was at Parkhead on Sunday, and I'm sure they'll be making their presence felt. Very much was jealous of those in the away end at Parkhead on Sunday, and having just come back from Istanbul, let's hope that the away end in Spain in a good few weeks' time is celebrating a historic night. It's going to be a tough one, there's no doubt about it. We'll look into that game in more detail as we edge closer to it, but it's certainly 2 matches to look forward to. Rangers in the Europa League quarter-finals. Absolutely superb. But yeah, we'll wrap up there for now. Hopefully you enjoyed that, folks. Just a heads up, if you are a Rangers Review Extra member, myself and Joshua recorded our latest tactics show on the channel, where we looked at Rangers' variation in corners on Sunday, as well as the aggressive pressing. So you can go and feast your eyes on that. Tomorrow morning, I'll be on with Stevie Clifford, who I'm sure I won't be able to wipe the smell from his face. He was in that away end on Sunday. I seen a picture of him, and yeah, it's fair to say that he enjoyed himself, that's for sure. So yeah, he's on with me tomorrow, 9:30. We hope you can join us for that. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Bye for now.